Welcome back to Dungeon Clawler, and in today's final video on the game, I want to go out with a bang. Well, the final video until the next update comes out. Have you seen the spoilers, by the way? Not only do we have way more floor levels, but also you can make different exit choices, and oh my god, it's tentacles! Okay, but how do we go out with a bang? Now, in the past, we have already used a very broken build, which is with the strength potions. They take your strength, triple it every single time you use them, and then the paperclip triples that again to deal damage to the enemies. Now the downside is the perk that this relies on, the strength perk, only gives you 3 strength. However, with block you can get 5 block for every single perk. That is a 66% increase in base value. The multiplier is the same. On strength we have the strength potion that triples it, on block we have the helmet, and the weapon that we'll use is the Morning Star because it deals 150% of your block as damage to the enemies. However, there is one ginormous difference. Block items are way bigger, that means you fill up the item pool faster, and that means you take way less time to speed through the game, which allows you to reach way higher stage numbers compared to strength. For this I will use Sir Bunalot, the base character in the game, mainly because I only have a stage record of like 23 on him, while the others are like above 100, so let's bump him up a bit. What are some of the items that we could really need to achieve this entire thing? Magnet, Hand of Midas, Savings Account and Bargain. Oh, well, okay, Picky is also okay. It's, you know, when... Wait. Well, okay. Okay. No, I think I'll go for the magic mirror, that's better, right? It's kind of hilarious. A very nice thing about the character is that he always starts with an additional 5 block, and even though that won't make a huge difference in the long run, in the beginning that helps me save some HP. Like, usually the enemies deal like 12 damage and you manage to get, I don't know, 10 block, you know, and it just preserves these small bits of HP, which is nice. Now, I would really like the magnet to land over in the gold, and I will grab out here, and I think I will just maybe skip my turns. You don't die from that, right? That was actually closer than I thought. Okay. But we need gold. I can't really get that though. Yeah, we got 1 gold bit, but the boss will die from that. It's fine, 31 gold is okay. You know, we can upgrade at least 2 things, and this is not great. Let's go for weaklings, that's nice. So yeah, let's go for the blacksmith. Then we will upgrade the magnet and the Hand of Midas. We have 50 gold at a blacksmith, and I will upgrade the Hand of Midas for sure, and I guess we just go for 1 magnet. 1 golden magnet and 1 normal magnet is actually one of the best combinations to not make them too strong, but they still act somewhat wonky, as you can see. It's always nice to see that again. So, that's our first Morning Star already. That is amazing. We can't really make a lot of use of it so far this early on, but that is great. It's a very rare item in the game, so having them early on is huge. Oh, that grab is amazing. That was so much gold. And this one deals, you know, 10 damage, which is okay. We will need the scaling for block to make it really good. A nice thing is that it's also metallic, so we just pull it in. You would be nice, but I think we'll be good enough. Like, I think our build is, in general, very strong, and we just have to make sure that I stay alive. Okay, that's not really what I wanted to do. Well, that is more like it. How much damage do you take here? I should have taken... No, the Morning Star was like 20 damage if I would have taken that. Yeah, it turns out when you have a ton of metallic weapons that are fairly strong, or at least fairly decent, then the boss is not really a problem. Let's try to get some of the block and the Morning Star. Okay, the Morning Star is going in first. That's a little bit annoying, but it's fine. He deals like 3 damage to us, and now I could try out something a little bit silly. So we use this one first, it gets doubled, we have 45 block, that means this would deal 45 damage. If I can grab it, please. That was a lot of damage. Oh, that was amazing. This is all what you need in life. You just need 2 magnets and a couple of metallic things and you're happy. Here we already have the bulwark, and while I'm kind of happy to see that because it will prevent a lot of damage that we will take, at the same time it's not really great to start with that. Like, we have so many better things that would help me get through this. The biggest issue when you do stuff like this is that you just end up in a situation where you lose, and then you just have to restart, you know, and do it from scratch again. Well, saying that, the dude deals 16 damage. I have a little bit more damage. Do I have more damage than that? Okay, yeah, we have more damage than that. Wait, how was that enough? Didn't he have 16 HP though? How did that add up? Okay, can you just stop doing that, please? I just want my gold. There we go. Oh, savings account would be great. Don't get me wrong, we don't collect that much. Well, we don't collect that much gold, so it's not that amazing, but at least it's a passive bonus that we get continuously. I will do 2 rolls here, maybe 3. Yeah, we don't need that. Huh. No, because this triggers on the next turn, where the... You gotta be kidding me. And it instantly goes in. Now we can triple our block. That means this one will completely blow away the enemies. Shreddering is actually quite a difficult topic. I'm not exactly sure what makes the most sense, but I think I want to get rid of the shields, just that it's easier to grab out the other stuff, yeah. I have a gold dagger, but this is more like, well, it's one weapon that deals a decent amount of damage, you know, so it doesn't really have the purpose that I want to collect a ton of gold and rely on it. It's more a temporary fix when things fail, you know. That was a very good example for that. But we can just... I have 90 block. So the problem is this will be gone, you know, so it's not exactly working as you would hope for. It's not like strength that stays, but in the future we'll get so much block and so many of these morning stars that all of the enemies will just perish. Here we are, the third boss. I'm missing a little bit of HP, but if I can grab this out, the helmet... Okay, that's good and that's bad, but all in all that's actually quite fine. We are now hoping that we can grab out the helmet first thing in the next turn and just increase our block to ridiculous values, and then we'll try to get the morning star. So you please get doubled. Nope, it won't get if I go in first. That's still a lot of damage though if I get the morning star. Okay, I'm gonna admit that was a little bit cheated. Huh? Oh, there was 15 block, there was nothing at all. Yeah, I gotta keep in mind, if I start with only 5 block, then the tripling doesn't do a lot. Like, we need way more than that. But this is why we have the gold dagger, that we can rely on that to carry us until we get to a point that a morning star and block can take over and deal with all of the enemies. Thank you for your help. Well, that was nice though. Never mind, I got tricked by the magnets. But this time, okay, I'm not under tension or anything, you know, but if I don't get this, then I'll die in a moment. Is that enough, please? I don't think that's enough. It's very close, though, so we'll just grab you. And then we go down to 5 HP, right? Yeah, but now we just need one more attack. And that was already it. Yeah, I think I'll actually take the golden armor here. That means I'm more likely to survive, even though it doesn't give me the most right now. It's at least a solid amount. I will try to pick out the helmet here and maybe triple it. Don't ask any questions, guys. Just accept what just happened, you know? This is the reality we're living in. Oh, gauntlets. Would these ever be good? Like, you have to keep in mind that they would replace something else. So is that better than a tripling potion? I honestly don't think so, because if we have like 500 block, for example, and we get +2 block when we triple, then after that we have 1506, right? Because we get +2 block. Yeah, that's nothing. That's not worth it. Oh, I love the magnets in this game. We have another bulwark, which again, not the happiest about that, but at least our morning star that is now upgraded is a lot stronger with that. Okay, do I gamble on this? No, I don't think, well... There's a... Okay, let's just gamble. Let's just gamble. We'll take the block right now. We can only use that once. After that, it's gone. We have 45. If we get this... Yeah, there was a very low chance that this would happen. But that's okay. We have a huge... Why did he take so much damage already? Is that just from the gold dagger? No way, right? Wait, where did the damage come from? Okay, I think that was actually the gold dagger, wasn't it? So you deal 2 damage per 10 coins? Yeah, okay. Well, you know, gold dagger to the rescue to make sure that nothing goes wrong and we get to the ridiculous state that we want to be in. Hoarder is okay. Will this be one of the first times where we can actually use our insane block value? Let's check it out. No. This is so good. Oh, it's been a hot minute since I saw that. That is so great. Hey. 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 Surely this won't be a problem, right? You'll just fall in now. Oh no. Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is really not good. We don't have time for this. Like, okay, that was funny. Just yoinked the dagger in there. Okay. Oh, I can't really afford to take a lot of damage. I will get rid of everything that we don't necessarily need. Like, most of these things are just in the way of the magnets and these daggers. The healing flask, I'll keep that for now, just in case something bad happens. But we also do, well, ach, you know what, let's just get rid of it. I had it maybe for like a few turns and that was it, but you know, in case something goes wrong, it's always good to have a backup plan, and we'll upgrade all of you and you. I have lost a huge amount of money, but now we are pretty much down to the things that we want. The sad part is I haven't gotten any more morning stars or helmets in this entire stage, and I did every single fight. Okay. Please. I see you down there. Just stay attached. Just stay attached. Yes! Oh my god. Oh, that was so much damage. I love it when that works out. Nice. Onwards to endless. And I guess we can start stacking the bargain. I think we'll have enough HP. So yeah, bargain will be nice. Oh yeah. I kind of have to do every single fight because today we are on a timer. The gold daggers will eventually not be strong enough anymore, and at that point we need to have enough of the helmets and the morning stars and all of the perks, so I just have to do as many fights as possible. Oh no. So I can risk my morning star here, huh? Please. Okay, okay. You see, if I lose it, it's not the worst thing ever because we can rely on the gold daggers, but obviously this would hurt. So I'm really happy about this. Does it really change anything though? Well, we do have a lot of starting block, right? And that's still... how much damage? That's... isn't that just 22 damage? Yeah. Look, it's a scaling build, okay? It takes time to get there, but I will eventually get there. Hey, another hoarder. Floor level 6 boss, it's the Rage guy. This one is fairly simple to deal with. We just hope that... okay, nothing really worked out there. What? Oh! Well, that worked out. Talking about fluff, we don't want that because it takes fairly long for fluff to fall in. So we just want to fill it out with normal items. Okay, with normal items. Lucky. Lucky is top tier. Oh, that's good because that makes these, where you only get 2, so much better. Well... and I got instantly rewarded. We want to have bargain because we need the items, and I think that's more important than bulwark. We can pick that up later on, but this one allows us to pick any perk and any item out of battles. I have a feeling this boss will just get one-shot by the golden daggers. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Wow, you managed to survive 1 gold dagger. That's impressive, have another one. Now we are looking for bargain mainly. I mean, anything that helps. Well, picky... you know what, you pick that once and then it's gone forever, so that's kind of nice to have. We are now on the 9th floor and I realized something a little bit ironic. I actually don't want to build up the morning star and the helmet until we got the 20 bargains. The simple reason is that it takes me so long to get them, so I will take shorter routes now to always get to the next perks. And like the issue is that I can't really pick out stuff when we have too many of them. Even just a second morning star is a problem just because of how big it is. So instead we'll wait for 20 bargain and then I will do it every single fight. Floor number 10, it's Tentacle Guy again. And I think one of the daggers will just one-shot him, right? That was a single dagger. Okay, we are looking for bargain. Perfect. We have 4 already, that means 16 more to go. Now we're on floor 15 with 8 total bargains. Yeah, we have gotten quite lucky, though with our gold I can roll a bunch after these fights. And we just got way more gold. Okay, please give me another bargain. And there it is. We are almost halfway there. This is the 26th boss and we have 19 bargains. That means one more and the game actually begins. Because that means I can use, well, I pretty much use no gold anymore to roll. It's already very cheap, so I think it's near impossible that we won't get it here. Though sometimes I also didn't get it when you, okay, there we go. That would have been so expensive without all of the reductions. But now we are free. That now means I can infinitely reroll until we get everything that we want, and I'm a little bit concerned that it's in the way of the gold daggers, you know, before we get to a point of brokenness, but let's just see how it turns out. Stage 30, and as you can see, the HP is growing heavily. However, so is the pile of items that I have, and I'm actually not that far off from, well, getting everything that I need. But it's also getting way more difficult to just grab out the items that I want, and as you can see, I've taken a bunch of damage. It's not that much, but in a few floors, you know, that will mean that I may die. So I have to hurry up. Like, I need to make sure that I just get enough and always take the longest path. We are now on floor 36, and depending on how the items fall in, I can actually sometimes push, well, you know, just a few of them in. So we are getting very close to this, and as you can see, our armor is now reaching values where I can actually take down enemies. You may have also noticed that some of these items, they work in a weird way. You know, they get intertwined and stick together. Did you see that? But yeah, that was a little bit of damage. Just a tiny bit. In other words, this is now where the major growth starts and the block will take over. Now on floor 40 we have quite a few more items compared to the last time. As you can see, like many times I can kill the enemies without them doing anything. Okay, a boss is a little bit more tanky health-wise. That was funny. But yes, we are pretty much at the point, okay, that's not great. We are pretty much at the point where I can... Talking about intertwining items here. But I'm pretty much at a point where I can just push in the items and take care of the enemies, and that speeds up the process a lot. Because the moment this is all filled up, and I'll go a little bit further so it keeps filling up as this entire thing is filled out. Perfect. That will mean that we have way more items stuck here. Though I'm noticing, like, do you see that? How little, like how few items are now up here? It's way less than what we had before. I don't even really understand. Well, I do understand why. Look at this. Okay. I have a feeling sometimes if I just wait long enough, they will actually automatically fall in just because of the physics. It's finally done and all the golden daggers are salvaged. Now, I could have done it actually for a while, but I honestly, I just forgot about it. But this means that I only have to collect a few more helmets and we are done. This kind of shows the power on how big the items are in comparison to a lot of the other things that I've used. Okay, this is sometimes a little bit annoying where you have to wiggle around. But yeah, this just shows how fast this was and also how quickly I can now rush through the game. And on floor 50 we are halfway to 100. Look at this mess. Just look at how they're connected with each other. That's kind of a pleasure to see. We have 60 helmets. I would like to bump this up to maybe 75. I'm also considering dropping some of the morning stars. But there we go. The flush has happened. Look at the amount of... Well, I wanted to say look at the amount of block that we are building up, but that boss didn't last long enough. However, once we get very deep into the game, they will have a little bit more HP. Just a little tiny... Hey, bit. Ooh, tentacle guy with over 100,000 HP, and that actually looks amazing. I feel like we'll have a little bit of block here. Okay, let's check it out. There's a bunch of stuff going in. Oh my god. How much is that? Okay, I'll be honest, that is too tiny for me. Like, for you guys, I can zoom in, but not for me. Yep, okay, there was a little bit. Now, it's not as much as the strength that we had. Keep in mind, the strength stuff is way smaller, but the entire point of this is that we can play this way faster. You know, the big downside of the strength is every single floor takes so long with pushing in. And here I just have to do this little bit, a huge amount goes in, and that was already it. That was a fight. That's how fast it is. Welcome to floor 100. It's been a while. In fact, for me, it's been a whole week since I had played. And now, well, we are here. I've fine-tuned the items that we have. The biggest problem is you have to make sure that you have enough weapons to kill a triple wave, but also enough helmets, but not too many things, because otherwise it just takes very long. Now this is annoying when it happens. Usually I try to gently push it in, because that can also be a run ender. Like I almost lost, but there we go, we defeated the boss, and I would say let's just do a few fights together so you get a better feeling of what this looks like, because sometimes our block is completely crazy. So yeah, we saw that there's a bunch falling in here. That means I usually have less available, and when that happens I try to be a bit more careful. How much block do we get? I think that is a little bit more than what we just had in the boss fight, right? But that is by far not the most that I've seen so far. What number do we reach? Okay, well. that's a little bit of that's a little bit of block, but do you see the best part about this thing? It's so fast. I can speed through the game like crazy. Oh my god. Okay, and we're about to hit the next boss actually, so I would just... You didn't see anything. Okay, I was overly excited, I'm sorry. But yeah, pretty much it's relatively... Careful there. So, whenever this happens, yeah, I just have to wait, I give it some time to do stuff, but I've been stuck before and I almost lost because I had to use both of my hooks. And then I just lost all of my block, you know. But luckily there was just enough to continue, but that means... This is why I'm so cautious with how many items I put in. Too little and you may not have enough weapons or block multiplications and you lose. Too much and it will get stuck. Welcome to floor 150, and yes, I probably sound different yet again, because this time the settings actually work, but I wanted to change something. So let's push everything in. I have mixed and matched this a couple of times to make sure that as little as possible can go wrong. It is not flawless, but most of the times, as long as you pay attention, it's totally fine. So what you should pay attention to is our block amount that we start with. Right now that's, I think, 570 if I don't have this wrong. I would just say we'll play a stage together, including the boss, just that you can see what it plays like, how strong the enemies are, because oh boy, they have a lot of HP. Please go in, thank you. Stuff not going in is a serious concern. I sometimes took even like up to 30 minutes just to play one singular fight, depending on what happens. Most of the times it's totally fine, but also when a bunch of these morning stars fall in first and you don't have enough left over, and it's like, uh-oh, I have to pick one out, but out of the bunch that can be quite complicated. That's actually a good showcase, but usually it works, okay? I say usually because sometimes I have to trick a little bit and I have to start like bouncing around, pushing it in, like trying to do something. But most of the times, like here, you'll notice this big bunch here should go in. Wasn't even needed, that's... Wait a second. No, wasn't even needed, good. One thing I could definitely do out of safety is just pick up more of the helmets and more of the morning stars, but it's not as flawless as you may think. Number one, it wastes way more time, and the entire purpose why I wanted to go for this build is to spend less time per fight. But the second thing is, when they all clump up together in the top, if it gets really bad, then they just get stuck. Do you see that, how they clump up together? And then they would just get stuck over here, and you have exactly the same, or well, you have a different issue, and that issue will just lose you the game. Okay, there we go, one of them is dead. In cases like this, it also doesn't matter if they just explode. Like, bombs are very nice for that. I already know that I can't lose, and when I see that, I usually just push it in. I mean, in this case I was busy talking, but I can just skip my turns, and it's oftentimes faster than just playing the level. Oh right, these guys. I sadly can't show you the value that they have, unless something very specific happens. So in this game you can reset the fight, but whenever I don't do that, I don't like it, I think it's boring and takes away the purpose of the game for myself. You can do whatever you want to do, but I personally don't like it. However, I would really Wait, what happened here? I would really like to check out his numbers. So what I'll do is, we will skip here, and then I will, because we won, right? I have this thing here, we would just win. And in the future, we'll always do that, just that we can check out the actual... What is that even for a number? What is that for a number? That is your damage. But yeah, pretty much this is what I will do just in this particular case, because otherwise we can never check out the damage numbers, since I lose my block on the next turn, even if I skip the very first turn. Like, let's say there are just two of the fighters, right, of the sword guys, I will lose my initial bump in block, like the 580 that I start with, and I would go down to around 40 right now. But there's the next boss fight. Let's quickly... I pushed too fast. Man, talking is not the best thing. I don't know. Okay, we got this, but yeah, you have to be careful how you do this. Especially when I talk, I don't pay too much attention to it. But that was it. I would say, see each other again a little bit later. Welcome to floor 200, and as you can see, we are doing better than ever before. With 885 starting block, but look at the damage of the enemies. This is kind of ridiculous. If I find one of these guys without dying to another attack, I will definitely wait for them. But otherwise we just can't check it out, okay? I'm sorry, but this is a little bit dangerous and I don't want to lose this run just because of messing around. Talking about messing around, this is one of the annoying situations, but this has happened quite a lot of times and I'm kind of used to it. As you can see, most of the times our claw actually gets attached to one of the weapons, so I'm not all too concerned. Like, I've went through, I think, almost every single case that can happen in a run. Like, the craziest things has happened of, like, also me not doing anything because it looked horrible and suddenly a bulk of items at the bottom here popped. Like, they exploded and pushed everything into here. And I'm like, huh, I thought I would lose on this round. And then it just, like, do you see this, how they're intertwined sometimes? And if you carefully look at them, you see that they'll move. And if they move just in the right way, they'll explode. It's really funny to watch. Though it's very rare to happen, otherwise I would just show it to you. But yeah, I started picking up more items just because I sometimes ran out of them. As you've seen that I have to hook them. And whenever I find them after a fight, so just on the reward screen, you know, without rolling, I take them. I mostly want to have helmets because weapons are not really the problem. You know, the problem is that I use the weapons before I get enough block, but it's still easy peasy lemon squeezy. Even though these are some ridiculous... How much is that even? That is 1,000, that is million, that is 4 billion, right? I think it is. Either it's 4 billion or 42 billion. I don't know, it's a little bit hard to see. And I've played for a really long time now, so my brain is really mushy. That's skip and... Okay, remember what we talked about? We will intentionally give up here. I mean, I can try to kill them. Okay. I can't read that number. Not because I'm too stupid. I will actually just for fun try if we can reach the number, the threshold that we require. But I have to be very careful because if I mess this up and they do attack me, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, that is ridiculous. Good that I picked up that we keep more block across the turns. That is the only reason why that worked. Well, I mean, that also works if we just kill them. Let's push that in. Okay, but that also showcases how important it is to get the right order of the items. Just like because it multiplies everything so much. And that was floor 200. We have reached floor 250 and as you have seen, the claw is sometimes a little bit crazy. I hope I'm not all too repetitive, you know, the stuff that I'm talking about, because for me there are usually days between these segments, so I don't quite remember what happened. And I just recall like what is on my mind right now, what like recently happened to me in this current run. Yeah, so the enemies have a little bit of HP, you know, just a little bit. We can still easily deal with it. I don't know when it will become a problem, but maybe you've noticed that I've quite a few more items, and I also started taking some fluff if I just get it from this Percomat here. This is, by the way, a quicker way to just quickly get through. But yeah, if I get it from there, then I will just pick up the fluff, because that means the items are further up. And I sometimes also feel like it just helps with the stuff not getting all too stuck. Like, I'm not saying it's flawless, okay? So as you can see, there are a bunch of items stuck here, and that could actually lead to a problem. So I'll have to do a glorious dance. Okay, and when I say dance, I just mean that I have to move left and right. But I noticed we deal enough damage to already one-shot them. So there's another one. That was a very big number. That's an enormous number. And don't worry, if you've missed the part where I just have like a gajillion amount of block or strength, you know, from the past, we'll get there. Before I'm done with this entire thing, I will pick up a ginormous amount of helmets, and this time I mean it, okay? We won't stop at just 200, and then we'll see just how big this number can be, okay? Oh, wow. Hey, Brudi, chill. Welcome back to floor 300 and a bunch just fell in. Believe it or not, it was almost a week since the last recording. It's been 6 days. Now it's the 21st of October. And yeah, this is what the numbers look like. I'll try to showcase the sword guy, but it's really difficult to get a good fight. And this is a short stage. But I have started to collect way more of the helmets because I had a flaw, I think, in my logic. I mean, I constantly change what I'm doing because I'm trying to fix issues when they appear. And one issue that I had was that I just had either not enough morning stars or not enough helmets. Like, I bump up the morning stars, but then they go in and deal barely any damage. I can't do that. Yeah, I can't let him attack me. Well, no, I can't count this number. Okay, sorry. I will try to guarantee check it out later on. I have a set goal now where I want to finish this because it's just taking so long. You have no idea just how draining it is to face like the same fights again and again and again. And because I have to play it so slow, it's really exhausting. Okay, that was funny. But yeah, it's really exhausting and you know, I can do better stuff with my time. Usually I would finish even insane videos like these in, I don't know, a couple of days. Like, let's say 4 days at most, because this is taking quite some time, but I would dedicate a lot of time to it. But here, I've been drained. And this is why there are so ginormous gaps. And I'll break again after this one, as in I'll take a break. So here's the boss. How much HP? Listen, the number is too big. You've seen some insane block values that we had here. Let's see how much we can bump this up before we kill him. There's a high chance that one of the fights that we had prior, like one of the 2 fights, had way more block in there because you need multiple hits. Oh god. Okay. I actually had 3 rows before, I remember that. Yeah, okay. I think there was quite a lot of block, and I guess see you again in 50 floors. Okay, this sounds like a great time to check out just how much damage they have. Here's the 0 that ends. I have no idea just how many zeros are there. But a more important question, I sadly already pushed a little bit in, and I have to be careful that oh my god, what is your block? I hope that's not more than his HP, because otherwise I will require way more block to deal with that. We don't even tickle him. Oh, this is not good. Oh, this is really not good. Wait. We may have this. Oh god, that was close, because there's one stuck to the claw, so we'll get that guaranteed. Okay. That was also nice block value, but I wonder how long it will take until the values just break. Okay, we are facing a dilemma, and the dilemma is that the game had an update, which is amazing, but the problem is I can't play that while I'm playing the save file, because it may mess something up, or, you know, stuff wouldn't work anymore because there were a bunch of changes, the save file may get corrupted, so I decided let's call it a day. But I chose a very specific floor that I want to do this on, and the reason is the following. I scouted through the internet to see who has the highest floor in this game, and I came across a run from Nvidia, and I checked it, floor 350, and what it sounded like. The person stopped playing after that because it was just too repetitive. I can fully agree to that. But the point is, floor 350 and the boss was beat. So floor 351. That means I'm gonna be petty. I'll just go to floor 352 and call this the highest floor that anyone has ever achieved. Originally the plan was 1000, when I then said that I want to cut it down, the goal was 500, but now that, you know, the update is out and I want to play it, I'm saying, you know what, let's just barely do enough. The only thing I will do is, we want to find the sword guy, and I want him to have his attack number that we can check this out. I do want to mention though that the magnet guy is just 10,000 times better. Like, it was so much easier to finish the... Holy... I don't even know what that number is supposed to be. But yeah, it was so much calm, booty, calm. Don't go crazy now. Yeah, that's a jiggly booty. Oh god, hey, calm. Nine. Oh, that's the wrong timing. Okay, chill, don't mess this up. Because what can happen is this thing really likes to throw the stuff to the left side here. Let's just... Okay, how do I push stuff over though? if I lose now because of this idiotic claw. Okay, that was a nice flip. Come on, it's itching you. You want to go crazy? Do it! Do it! Okay, that's good. Does this block Does this block number look bigger than the HP? Definitely, right? So all I have to do... Oh, okay, we did it. We can grab. Okay, that's good. That's good. Nice. And I freed you. Oh, wow. That was big. That also means we finished everything. All we have to do now is we have to win against the boss, and we officially reach the highest floor I've ever seen on the internet, and I scouted through it, okay? So I'm sorry, Amphidia, but I'm gonna take your crown away and wear it myself. There we go. Come on, push slowly. Careful here, don't mess this up now. This is the last moment where I could mess up, so let's just jiggle a bit. I noticed jiggle physics are actually quite... I just realized what it actually means. But I mean it, okay? Jiggle physics are actually quite important in this, because otherwise stuff like this happens. But do not panic, Holdemite, okay? What we have to do is... I have to kind of... Okay, that's actually a problem. I have to squeeze in here and push down, okay? Watch this. Okay. Now, here, we have to use a very advanced tactic of don't do anything. And there we go. You see that? Patience is key. Yeah, that will definitely kill him. Oh my god, that is a big number. That is a really big number. And that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We have seen all the extreme numbers. Maybe one day I'll go back to the save file and continue in case that's possible to take it further. But for now, I would say let's jump into the update that was released and check out all the new stuff. If you enjoyed it, then don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. See you the next time.